Welcome back to the 2014 Protyre Formula Renault Championship. We're here for rounds 4, 5 and 6 at Donington Park, where Pietro Fittipaldi, Alex Gill, Matteo Ferreira and Piers Hickins are all looking to take that top step on the podium for those all-important championship points. Fittipaldi disappeared into the distance from the get-go in round 4. All eyes were on the battle over the remaining podium places. Noble piled on the pressure initially, but the advancing Piers Hickins quickly came into play. He managed to grab second position. We spoke with Pietro about his dominating performance in round 4.
Yeah, it was a really good race. I mean, the most important thing was getting to first right on the start, turn 1, and that's what we did. And after that, it was just being consistent, and that's what we did too. And then everything came together, and we got the win.
I didn't believe half the moves I did during that race. It was ridiculous, but my real aim was just to scavenge some points, try and get decent points towards the championship, which I managed to do. I tried to get through the pack as quickly as I could, which was the idea, but by the time I got to second, Pietro had gone, which was unfortunate, but I mean, if you look at the pace and the points in the championship, there's nothing in it.
Round 5 saw Fortec Motorsport's Alex Gill starting the race on pole position. Battles raged behind Gill from the start, with Canada's Patrick Dussault anticipating the lights better than anyone. However, Gill was beaten into the first corner on the outside by his South American nemesis, Fittipaldi. One of the true star performances of round 5 came from 16-year-old Indian driver Tarun Reddy, his second European race and first in the championship. Reddy was on fire, executing a brilliant move on Colin Noble into the S's, bouncing his car off the rev limiter and backing it in to take the position, with Reddy seeing off Dussault and Colin Noble. But it wasn't over just yet. Fittipaldi and Gill traded fastest lap times, whilst behind them, dozens of cars battled for the final podium spot with Reddy top of the pile. Pietro again increasing his lead as the laps progressed to leave Alex Gill to take a lonely second position. Another convincing win for Pietro and the MGR Motorsport team. So the podium looked like this. First Pietro Fittipaldi, second Alex Gill and third Tarun Reddy.
You can really get into a rhythm here, and we got him on the start like we did yesterday. Then after that, it was just about being consistent the whole way and just opening up the gap, and then we pretty much controlled the race from there.
For round 6, Hickins lined up on pole position for the first time in his career. Incredibly, another cruel stall meant the Scorpio driver couldn't capitalise on his qualifying session. Gill and Ferreira, successfully dodging the stalled car of Hickins, resumed sparring into the first corner, with Reddy still in the mix, just ahead of the young Fortec driver, whilst Noble took an early lead ahead of his MGR teammates. Noble Jr. was still leading the pack, fending off Fittipaldi, but the gap was reducing with every corner. It was obvious that both drivers were pushing hard. Fittipaldi waited until lap 4 to make his move on Noble at the old hairpin. He neatly claimed the position on the inside. This time though, the Brazilian couldn't escape as Noble Jr. and the chasing pack remained well in touch. Hickins in particular was very impressive as he carved his way back through the order. By the start of lap 5, Hickins was in position to challenge for third. It was a close race until the final lap. Fittipaldi, Noble Jr. and Hickins covered by just 2.6 seconds. 3 wins for the weekend in his MGR Motorsport car and 4th for the season as a whole. The Brazilian was in terrific form once again. Brands Hatch Indy Circuit will host rounds 7 and 8 of Protyre Formula Renault season over the weekend of the 26th and 27th of July. We hope to see you there.